Greetings, this is Charlie Wharton, and welcome to our Creating Contentment podcast. Our goal with this effort is to try to get a head start on making the most of our opportunities. We hope to help you to get your week started off on the right foot. We hope to lay some groundwork for developing a contentment that can lead to an abundant life. Happy Memorial Day. Have you ever thought about what Memorial Day is all about? Well, Memorial Day means different things to different people. For some, it's a Monday holiday. For others, it's the unofficial beginning of summer. Still others see it as the start of the grilling season. While there are fun activities associated with Memorial Day, it's also a somber day. Memorial Day is a day of remembrance. Some parts of the country use it as a reminder of the members of the military who have given up their lives for their country. Others use it as a more inclusive day, and it's a day to remember friends and family who have passed on. No matter how you spend your day, we hope that it's pleasant and fulfilling. To me, there's another part of Memorial Day. It's a reminder of all the people who have shaped my life. Some of them were related by blood, others were part of my spiritual family, but they all helped me become who I am. Some of them taught me what it meant to be religious, and there were those who lived their lives in a way that demonstrated how to be spiritual. And yes, I do think that there can be a difference between the two. Yet often this time of year, I think about Hebrews chapter 11. Many people call it the roll call of faith. It's filled with remembrances and stories of some of the great characters who made up many of the stories of the Bible. Interestingly, though, there is a section in this chapter that I'm particularly drawn to. It's Hebrews chapter 11, verses 32 through 38. It says, "And what more shall I say? For time will fail me if I tell of Gideon, Barak, Samson, Jephthah, of David and Samuel and the prophets, who by faith conquered kingdoms, performed acts of righteousness, obtained promises, shut the mouths of lions, quenched the power of fire, escaped the edge of the sword, from weakness were made strong, became mighty in war, put foreign armies to flight. Women received back their dead by resurrection, and others were tortured, not accepting their release, so that they might obtain a better resurrection. And others experienced mockings and scourgings, yes, also chains and imprisonment. They were stoned, they were sawn in two, they were tempted, they were put to death with the sword. They went about in sheepskins and goatskins, being destitute, afflicted, ill-treated, men of whom the world was not worthy, wandering in deserts and mountains and caves and holes in the ground." You know, it's incredible to hear stories about the heroes of the Bible, but I'm also drawn to the nameless people who kept doing what was necessary to keep the faith alive. They, like the people who have influenced me, they're not famous, but they made their mark by being faithful. You know, as we get into Memorial Day, I want to ask the question, what makes memories? Memorial Day is all about memories, and sometimes they include great acts of heroism. But all too often, our memories are shaped in those quiet moments when we get to experience influence in its purest forms. There are times when memories are intentionally made, but those are few and far between. So how can we make memories for the up-and-coming generations? Let's take a look at 4 suggestions. The first one is that memories are made by interactions. If we want to influence people's lives, we need to be in people's lives. We need to be present, not just send presents. When we look back at the people we remember, we are drawn to those who were there in the good times and the bad times. I think a second thing that makes memories is influence. There are times when moments define memories. Yet I'm a big believer that memories are fostered by morals, principles of life that truly shape the lives of others. Through time, the people who teach us how to live give us the foundation for the influence that we're going to have throughout our lifetimes. I think a third thing that makes memories is instruction. The people who shaped me didn't do it by allowing me to run willy-nilly doing whatever I wanted. They provided me with a framework upon which I could build. It involved direction, and often it involved discipline. I may not have enjoyed it or appreciated it in the moment, but it made me who I am today. I think a final thing that makes memories is inspiration. The people who shaped me helped me discover a passion for what I do. They not only introduced me to certain thoughts or activities, they also lit a fire under me to push me to what I could become. I could watch them and see what it took for them to be successful, and I wanted to emulate that. Not just what they did, but how hard they did it. And now that brings us back full circle. Sure, it's great to remember, but are we helping the next generation build their memories? Are we helping them to become the best they can be? We have a formula that can provide a foundation. Let's pass it on to them. In addition to whatever traditions you have today, take some time to reflect on the people who influenced you. If they are alive, thank them. If they've passed, remind others about the influence that they had on your life. When we remember the good stuff, we'll be able to capture the contentment that helps us to help others to build their own memories. We wish you the best as you navigate your week, and we hope that you'll join us next week for another chance to discuss ways that we can create contentment.